Hello and welcome to a very special episode. Now, you might have heard people say India is becoming a global superpower. And you know what? They're right. But not in the way those glossy brochures with smiling people holding hands in a field of marigolds would have you believe. No, my friends, India's superpower status is a little more, let's say, unconventional. It's a superpower built on a foundation of contradictions, a monument to organized chaos, a symphony of car horns and questionable hygiene. India is a superpower, all right, but in ways you might not expect. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive headfirst into the underbelly of India's unique brand of global dominance. First up on our whirlwind tour of India's greatest non-hits is our world-renowned air quality, or, more accurately, the breathtaking lack thereof. We're talking about pollution so bad, you can practically taste the heavy metals in the air. It's like trying to breathe through a used diaper that's been left out in the sun for a week. And the worst part, we're winning. That's right, folks. India is a world leader in pollution levels, leaving other countries choking on our dust. Now, you might think, surely the government is doing something about this, right? Well, bless your naive little heart. They're trying, I'll give them that. But it's a bit like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon while someone keeps chucking industrial waste in from the other side. It's a Herculean task, made even more challenging by the fact that a good chunk of the population seems to think spitting on the ground is a competitive sport. But hey, at least we're consistent. Which brings us to our next point. Remember that time you were stuck in traffic because some guy decided the rules of the road were more like loose guidelines? Or that moment of existential dread when you saw someone chucking their trash out of a moving vehicle like it was a biodegradable confetti cannon? Well, congratulations, my friend. You've witnessed firsthand India's stunning lack of civic sense. It's a national pastime, really. We excel at it. From littering to cutting queues, from public urination to honking our horns for absolutely no reason, we've turned the art of being completely oblivious to others into an Olympic sport. And you know what? We'd win gold every damn time. Speaking of driving, let's talk about India's favorite game of chance road rash, the Indian edition. It's a game where the rules are made up and the points don't matter, but the stakes? Oh, they couldn't be higher. Every day, thousands of people in India play a deadly game of vehicular chicken on roads that would make a Roman chariot race a week. We're talking potholes the size of small swimming pools, livestock casually strolling across highways, and drivers who treat traffic lights as mere suggestions. It's a chaotic ballet of near misses and blatant disregard for traffic laws, all set to a soundtrack of blaring horns and the anguished cries of brakes. Now, to truly understand India's rise to superpower status, you need to understand the glue that holds it all together: corruption. It's so deeply ingrained in our system, it's practically a cultural heritage site. From the lowly clerk demanding a bribe to process your paperwork to politicians treating the national treasury like their personal piggy bank, corruption is the oil that greases the wheels of this great nation. Want to get your kid into a good school? Bribe. Need a government permit? Bribe. Want to avoid a traffic ticket? You guessed it, bribe. It's the ultimate equalizer, the great leveler, the one thing that truly unites us all. And what better way to follow the exploits of our corrupt officials than by tuning into the daily dose of high drama that is Indian news? Forget investigative journalism, we're all about sensationalism, hyperbole, and shouting matches masquerading as debates. Primetime news in India is less about informing the public and more about giving your blood pressure a good workout. It's a never-ending saga of political mudslinging, celebrity gossip, and conspiracy theories that would make a UFO enthusiast blush. Now let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the glob of red spit on the sidewalk. Pan Masala, the beloved concoction of betel nut, tobacco, and enough artificial coloring to make a rainbow jealous, is practically a national treasure in India. But here's the thing, consuming pan masala isn't the problem. It's the aftermath that's truly horrifying. The sidewalks of India are practically a Jackson Pollock painting of red splatter, thanks to the fine art of pan masala spitting. Chapter 7. Public property. More like public enemy number 1. You know what's even more fun than spitting pan masala on public property? Destroying it altogether. That's right, folks. In India, we have a unique talent for trashing the things that are supposed to be for the benefit of everyone. Public parks? Let's turn them into garbage dumps. Public toilets? We'll strip them bare for spare parts. Newly installed benches? they're just waiting to be vandalized with our initials. A shadow over safety. And now for a topic that's deeply unsettling, the issue of sexual assault in India. It's a problem that casts a long shadow over the lives of women, making them feel unsafe in their own country. From catcalling and groping to rape and honor killings, the statistics are horrifying. While there's been a lot of talk about improving women's safety, the reality is that much more needs to be done to change attitudes and ensure that women can walk freely without fear. The accountability black hole. You know what really ties this whole superpower thing together? Our collective lack of accountability. It's like we've mastered the art of passing the buck, of pointing fingers and shrugging shoulders. Someone litters, not my problem. Politician caught in a scam? They all do it, system failing. What can one person do? It's this pervasive sense of helplessness, this lack of ownership, that allows these problems to fester and grow. Remember those public benches we talked about earlier? Well, consider yourself lucky if you even find one that hasn't been stolen. From light bulbs to manhole covers, from park benches to railway tracks, if it's not nailed down, and sometimes even if it is, chances are someone's tried to make off with it. It's the Great Indian Disappearing Act, and it's costing the taxpayer a fortune. Who needs to sail the high seas when you can plunder the digital world from the comfort of your own home? India, my friends, is a piracy paradise. Movies, software, music, you name it, we've illegally downloaded it. Forget Netflix and Spotify, we've got torrents and shady websites offering the latest blockbusters for free. It's a multi-million-dollar industry built on the backs of intellectual property theft. The iPhone. The ultimate status symbol, the object of desire. The thing 70% of Indians are willing to go into debt for. That's right, folks, we're so obsessed with keeping up with the Joneses, or should I say the Sharmas, that we're happy to shell out our hard-earned rupees on a phone we can barely afford. It's the triumph of aspiration over common sense, of image over financial stability. Chapter 13. Fake it till you make it, and then fake it some more. And if you can't afford the real deal, no problem. Welcome to the wonderful world of counterfeit goods, where everything is a knockoff and nothing is as it seems. From Gucci bags to Rolex watches, from Nike shoes to Ray-Ban sunglasses, if it exists, we've got a fake version of it. After all, why bother saving up for the real thing when you can impress your friends with a cheap imitation? Title Made in China, rebranded in India. Remember all those Make in India campaigns? Yeah, about that. Turns out, we're not so great at the whole making things part, especially when it comes to technology. Our tech scene is practically a ghost town, with most of our electronics being imported from, you guessed it, China. We're talking phones, laptops, even those fancy smart TVs, all made in China, rebranded in India, and sold to us at inflated prices. Title Make in India, more like Fake in India. Speaking of Make in India, let's be honest, it's been more of a Fake in India situation. The program, designed to boost domestic manufacturing and create jobs, has been plagued by bureaucratic hurdles, lack of infrastructure, and a general sense of apathy. It's like trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. Sure, it looks good on paper, but in reality, it's just a recipe for disaster. Every year, millions of young Indians embark on a soul-crushing quest, the Great Indian Job Hunt. Armed with their degrees, many of which are about as useful as a chocolate teapot, they apply for a handful of government jobs. Because, let's face it, in India, a government job is the ultimate dream. It's a secure job, with a pension, and best of all, you get to lord it over your relatives at family gatherings. Never mind the fact that you might end up stamping papers in a dimly lit office for the rest of your life. In a country obsessed with fair skin, being dark-skinned is like having a permanent mark against you. From fairness creams that promise to magically erase years of melanin, to matrimonial ads that specify fair and slim brides, colorism is deeply ingrained in our society. It's a toxic legacy of colonialism that continues to perpetuate prejudice and discrimination. Doom-scrolling and binge-watching the new national sports. Forget cricket, the real national sports of India are doom-scrolling and binge-watching. We're a nation glued to our screens, endlessly scrolling through social media feeds filled with negativity and outrage, or losing ourselves in the latest Netflix series. We're so busy escaping reality that we've forgotten how to actually live in it. Public transport, a sensory overload. Public transport in India is not for the faint of heart. It's an assault on all your senses. The sights, the sounds, the smells. It's enough to make you want to walk. But then you remember the state of our roads and think, maybe I'll just stay home. Infrastructure? What infrastructure? From potholes that could swallow a small car to sidewalks that disappear without warning, India's infrastructure is often more of an afterthought than a priority. We're talking about roads that flood every monsoon, bridges that collapse with alarming regularity, and power cuts that can last for days. It's enough to make you wonder where all the tax money is going. So, are you ready to join the Superpower Club? So there you have it, India's unseen superpower list. A list that's both hilarious and horrifying, impressive and depressing, all at the same time. But hey, at least we're honest about it. We might not be perfect, but we're definitely unique. And in a world that's increasingly homogenized, maybe that's our real superpower. The ability to laugh at ourselves, even when we're the butt of the joke. Because let's face it, if we couldn't laugh, we'd probably cry. Like, save and share with friends. Subscribe to me at Aditya Gaurav for more.